on into the ditch. I'm your resident ditch witch, Tara Tyne, and we're about to get witchy, whether you like it or not. Today I'm sharing a trip I made with my friend Paul to Killevy in County Armagh. We didn't know that by the end of the day we'd have come across a wizard, a peacock, and a Tyrone twist on a St. Brigids Cross. We made this trip last year when I was gathering information and footage about St. Menina for my video about Naomh Menina hurling team and their history. I've been saving it for St. Brigid's Day on the 1st of February, a time which is commonly referred to as the ancient festival of Imbolc. My original intention on this trip was just to visit St. Menina's shrine, get some quick shots and come home again, but things often aren't that simple for a ditch witch. As we arrived in Killevy, the first thing that caught my eye was what appeared to be a castle peeping out at me. I asked Paul to pull in, and as he did, we realised we'd parked at a cairn. These are a type of megalithic monument built thousands of years ago for a variety of purposes. Often there are tombs included as part of the site, and they frequently contain ancient artefacts. This one contained a shard of prehistoric pottery which had square-toothed comb impressions on it, as well as a polished stone bead. The chamber of Clonlum, South Cairn, was excavated in 1934, but both it and the Clonlum court tomb, less than a kilometre to the north, remain mysterious anomalies on Ireland's prehistoric landscape. Some interpret the monument as a portal tomb, others as a burial kist, but its shape doesn't really conform to the traditional style of either. Both sites had been badly disturbed by the time John Bell investigated and wrote about them in 1816. And both sites are pieces to a larger puzzle, which I hope to know more about someday, but today apparently was for adventuring, and so we decided to sneak a peek at the castle we'd spotted on our way in. Killevy Castle estate is nestled in the foothills of the Ring of Gullion, and is less than a half-hour's drive from Dundalk. The lodge is a Grade A listed historical building, although it's not quite as old as its silhouette might look. It was actually built in 1836 and designed by Dublin architect George Papworth to replace the original farmhouse with an impressive pre-Victorian style structure in the style of Gosford Castle. You can clearly see the medieval and Tudor influences in its detailing, and since being opened in 2019, it'll no doubt fast become a favourite fairy tale spot for weddings and romantic getaways. They were still closed due to restrictions when we shot this, but I discovered when I googled it afterwards that they also have a spa, and they seem to be open now, so I'll probably be paying a visit myself in the not too distant future. Hey, we've just found a peacock!
I hope he feels threatened and then starts expanding his feathers and all. Oh look, now he's pissing off.
Oh, isn't he beautiful? You be quiet. Just back up now, back up.
Back up slowly.
Let him think he's winning,
Don't
then he might show you his...
Sit there, just back up.
Oh, look at him up there on the wall. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, look. Oh, we're hoping for a display. I don't know that he feels the need. Don't know if we're worthy of his feathers. And here's his lady friend is over here. They are a very, very handsome couple. He's way down now. He has decided we're not worth his time and energy, so... Next up, it was time to get some work done. Our last stop before the shrine was Killevy Old Church Graveyard. I picked up a tip somewhere that the pirate Byrne, who I featured in the video linked on the top right hand side of the screen now, had family members buried there, so we went in for a quick scout and did indeed find a Byrne family plot, which proves little in fairness. It's a common name, but we were also pleasantly surprised to find the only surviving pre-Norman church in County Armagh. Here you can see it joined to a later 15th century structure, and I somehow forgot to film the 10th century stone lintel on its massive doorway, so if you're nearby and have a couple of hours to kill, I'd recommend paying a visit. And this site actually goes back even further than the time it was plundered by Vikings in 923. It was in fact the place where St. Menina established her convent in the later 5th century. This puts her in league with other early Christian saints such as Brigid and Columkill, and was actually the whole reason for my trip to Killevy. If you do pay a visit and want more information on the site's rich history, I'd recommend visiting ringofgullion.org. I'll put the link in the description below. And so, leaving the graveyard and making our way up the steep path which leads to the shrine, we suddenly and inexplicably heard the sound of a low whistle playing somewhere nearby. Now, I am used to experiencing weird and magical things when I go out to shoot a video, but I'm not gonna lie, this one freaked me out a bit, cause there isn't usually musical accompaniment, okay? I forged on, feeling more unsure of myself with each step, and warning Paul about stray sods and fairy rings and telling him to save himself if I were to suddenly disappear. And after a bit the music stopped and we reached the shrine and forgot all about it whilst we were shooting the footage I needed for my video. There were 2 other visitors at the shrine when we arrived, and after a while I spied the man making us some Brigids Cross. I asked him if I could film him and he agreed, and as well as showing me a simple technique I'd never seen before for making the cross, it turns out he's also a harpist, and that's him actually playing the background music there. Hi Edward! It's lovely to meet you, Edward. Thanks for volunteering to show us your beautiful style of making some Brigids Cross.
Hello, hello.
And that was you playing the low whistle.
That was just.
I heard it down there, and I says, here, if I disappear suddenly, I says, you want to turn your jacket inside out, see? I says, and don't follow that music, whatever you do. There's a lovely twist you put into this.
Oh, the wee crossing.
Yeah.
It says the Tyrone one.
Right.
Apparently there's 32 versions of the Brigids Cross.
I'd well believe it.
The Donegal one's a triangle. The Derry one's like it's very Celtic looking, it's like you weave it. We're from Derry, by the way.
Nice
so
to meet you. Welcome.
And it's sort of like, you put it on the table and you do like 5 across and 5 down, you keep weaving it out of each other.
Yes.
That's not going to work, but they reckon that this was the Tyrone one because of the twist in it.
Right.
Not sure. But
great connections between Tyrone and this part of the country too.
oh yeah, massive.
Yeah.
A bit brittle the rushes.
Suppose it's late in the season.
Yeah. And I'm getting it alive with the mudgies.
I know, thank you for sacrificing your sanity.
Oh, she cover. Very brittle. Shocking.
Yeah.
Usually they get up here the mountain, you know.
Yeah.
But they're not brilliant.
So have you any connection yourself with Nave Manina or?
No.
No.
No. No.
I don't know very much about her. I'm on a quest to find out.
The saint? Or
Yes.
I know, but that's what I was confused with because I can't remember the name of the one down here. But it's Ní Blachad or Blanad.
Right.
That's like Saint Blanad, which contradicts the sign at the top bottom of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it was all about. That says Tubber Ní Blanad.
That's right, it does. I did see that.
So I was like, I couldn't grasp that as to why. So I'm not sure. And we were in the church down there, and then we saw it, and it's okay. We'll just take a walk up and see.
Yeah.
Nearly done. So you do so many of them. Like we make the cross, the traditional, original,
Yes.
normal cross,
Yes.
and then you take the bottom rush, and you put it up the back
Yes.
and down the front, and that locks it all in place.
Oh,
Turn
yeah, yeah.
the bottom one up and down, jumpy. Bottom up and down. Bottom, up, down the front. Now, the more you do this, you do it about 5-6 times, depending on what size you want it. And then, oh, that happens, you start again. And then the twist will come naturally on the other side in a minute.
Yeah.
You'll see it in a few minutes. Nothing's broke through. Right, so this is on its way, you can see it starting to come.
Oh, yeah.
So the more you add to it, the bigger it gets.
The more pronounced, yeah.
You can always take that on.
So really,
Right.
it's a fancy finishing method.
That's really all it is, and it looks well, and it's where people will be taken back. It's more Celtic looking, I think.
Yes, yeah. It's the twist, really, isn't
yeah.
it?
3, 2, 4.
That was a pure stroke of luck now, catching you doing that today. I tend to be lucky that way, though,
Good,
when I
good.
go places.
Class. Oh, that's not working. I think Geraldine never seen anybody make it across before.
I just snap it away. The camera's not a good camera, so I just have to keep snapping until I get something just
He's famous now, so he
There we
is.
go.
Strangers on the mountain.
RT tonight.
Telling you. I wish.
Oh no, don't ask.
I thought he was the fairies.
Oh, jeekers.
Seriously, don't ask.
You don't mind him playing, don't you? Yeah,
That's cringy.
It's gorgeous.
Nash, you can cut.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
It's a wee bit brittle. If it had been probably more February time, they'd be really tight. And it just, if you put a bit of string around
Yes.
it, you can cut it. Well, probably about there, sort of keep it nice neat and tidy.
Yes.
Cut these wee bits out. Sure, that's
Garamila Mahagov.
why
Thank you very much, Edward. And thank you, Geraldine.
And that's it from me too. I hope you enjoyed our wee adventure to Killevy. Hit subscribe for more fun and witchy adventures. I upload every Thursday, and I also have 2 more Sunday videos for you before the end of January, when my upload schedule will be changing again. I can't tell you why yet, but it's very exciting, so stay tuned. Slán agus beannacht, goodbye and good luck to you.